Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome back to Sketchup for 3D design. We are going to learn some new things today and build something. So I want you to follow along with me, please. So start a new file. And by the way, let's go ahead and, if your screen looks like mine and you don't like it, let's go ahead and go over to the right side in the right toolbar. And we're going to go to the, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th tool down. It's called the styles, and you can change the style to something that is a little more interesting. These are called color sets. I don't like them. Down below, there's default styles. I like this one right here, blue sky, green grass. It's very cheerful, so I like that one. But if you want to play around with others, there's some photo modeling. There's some sketchy edges, which are weird. There's just some weird styles. I am most happy with this one right here. It's called Simple Style. So under Default Styles, Simple Style. And I think that what we have right now is this one. Let me see what it's called. Default Style. Okay, yeah, that's the. It just looks like you haven't watered the grass. The sky's all smoky and foggy. Kind of late August in Idaho. So I'm going to go to Simple Style and make everything nice and green and pretty. So, all right, we're going to basically use the rectangle tool. So please grab the rectangle tool. We're going to click on the origin. Remember, that's where all the lines come together. Click and then let go. Click, let go. My hands are off. Move your mouse just a little bit. I don't even know if you have to do that, to be honest with you, but I always do it. And then let go. And if you don't do it right, if you click by accident and it turns in solid, that's not going to work. So just Control Z, and I'll do it again with you. So we want to click. I want my square to be right there. Yeah, so click, let go, move your mouse just a little bit, type in. Now just type 4, Shift. So you need quote. So it's Shift apostrophe. So 4, quote, comma, 4, quote, enter. Okay. So again, that's 4, quote, comma, 4, quote, enter. The comma, so the first one, 4, quote, tells it to be 4 inches wide, and then comma tells it to go the other direction. And then 4 inches tells it to be 4 inches deep, and then enter does it. Okay. So just to verify, let's go ahead and use the dimension line tool. Please do this with me. And I want you to measure the width left to right. It's 4 inches. And I want you to measure the depth, which is front to back, which is also 4 inches. That's just a way to verify that you did it correctly. And so what we're building is a fence, right? So we're going to treat this like a real kind of project in your yard. And so we're going to basically, let's go ahead and go to the push-pull tool and roll your mouse to the middle of the square. I want you to click, hold down the left mouse button, and move your mouse up and let go. I want you to type in 8 apostrophe enter. And what we have here is a 4x8. It's called 4x4 post, 8 feet in length. Now, how do we know it's 8 feet in length? Always dimension line. That's just good practice. 8 feet. You can always remove them later. So 8 feet tall, 4x4 at the bottom. This is exactly what you would buy if you're going to build a fence. You would figure out how many you need. You put them 8 feet apart and figure out how many you would need to go across your yard. Okay. Now in this case, Ty over here, he's about 6 feet tall. This post is 8 feet tall. Now, it's just sitting on the ground. We would bury it in concrete about 12 inches deep. So really, that would leave a 7-foot post. So you have a couple options here. One is just to undo this and make another post. Not make another post. Just pull it up and let go and type in 7 feet, which I might do. But I'm going to try to see if I can just use the push-pull tool. Since I have this dimension line here, I can go to the top, and I can just pull this down until it stops right on 7 feet, I hope. The problem is it's really, really hard to stop. There we go. I got it. It's really hard to stop exactly on 7 feet. What we did before, and I'm going to go ahead and do it because it's the appropriate way to do it. This is called precision measurement. When you actually tell it how tall or how wide or whatever, you tell it the dimensions. So I'm going to click, pull up, let go. I'm going to type in 7 feet, 7 apostrophe, enter. And that is called precision measurement. So I end up with the same result, but I like doing it that way better. I'm going to go ahead and do a dimension line, top to bottom, pull it out. It is 7 feet tall. Excellent. We have one post. So that's good. What I want to do now is paint it. So let's go to the paint bucket, and let's go to the, let's close styles. Don't need styles. And let's go to the wood category under paint. So you click on the search, and that brings up all these options. Go to the wood, choose a color of wood you like, and notice that I will need to go all the way around and paint all 6 sides, which include the bottom and the top, because the whole thing is wood. So don't forget, you can't leave it like that. So the whole thing is wood. So there we go. We've got the whole thing. And it looks like a real post. Now, can I show you a trick, the way I would really do it? Okay, before I paint it, let's see, redo that. I would select, let me show you another trick. I've got 2 tricks to show you. This one you're going to like. Pay attention, because we do this all the time. When you're trying to select something, you usually use the arrow key, and you're trying to drag a square around it, but sometimes you touch a part of something else, and it's really hard to get in there. So here's a trick. I haven't showed anybody yet, except for 9th graders. So if you click once, it selects the flat surface known as the face. If you double click it twice, it selects the face and the lines around it. If you triple click, watch this, it selects the flat surface, the lines around it, and everything else touching it, which is everything. So if you can't or don't want to draw a box around something, it's actually faster. Just triple click, boom, 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 and it's selected. Nice little trick, right? So you probably use that one a lot now. I do. So this is everything's selected. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to make it a group. Okay. Now it's locked. So if I go back to the paint bucket and the color I want, I can just click on any part of this, and it paints the entire thing. Why? Because it's a group. It's just one thing now. So I could paint the whole thing in one little click, which is pretty cool. All right. So how are we going to make a fence? Let's say we have a yard that is 60 feet wide. How are we going to do all of this fence work? I don't want to do all this again, which is rectangle tool, click, let go, type in 4. Don't do this, by the way. Just wait. Just watch. 4, quote, comma, 4, quote, enter. There's my thing. And then I go push pull. And I pull up, let go, type in 7 feet, enter. Now, it's not the right distance apart. It has to be 8 feet, right? So I could draw a line. I could tell it to be 8 apostrophe enter. Oh, okay, so mine's in the wrong place. I could then, that one's not a group yet, so I'd have to make that into a group and then move it. I would grab, this is how I would do it, grab the bottom left corner, and I would just drag this and put it right on the end of the line. Boom. Okay, so there's my second post. Now I have to paint it and do that again and again and again. So there is a better way. So let's do the better way. What we want to do is, I call it the control move kind of trick. So we're going to use the move tool. I'm going to click the control key on my keyboard once. Okay. Now I'm going to hold down the left mouse button and drag to the right. And you'll see there's a red line that shows me I'm on the red axis. I'm still holding down the left mouse button. As soon as I let go, it plants it in the ground. So I'm just dragging it, trying to decide where do I want it to go. Well, I could just let go and type in 8 feet, enter. It put it 8 feet away. That's kind of cool. So then I could do it again. Hold down, click. I guess I'm already in move mode or copy mode, so I don't need to click control again. I think I can just click on this post and drag to, no, I can't. So I'm going to undo that. Let's see. Maybe I do need to click control. Yes, I do. I had to click control again, click and drag, and I have another one. Let go, type in 8 feet, enter. And I could keep doing it that way. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not bad. So it's important that we're 8 feet apart, though. So I think we'll keep doing this. So I'm going to click Control. I'm going to hold down on my left button, drag out, type in 8 feet, and I'm going to keep doing this. However, how do I know when to stop? That's the problem. So here's what I'm going to do. And you're not going to like me. I'm going to undo, undo, undo. So we're back to one post. Because this will save you some time. All right. I'm going to click the control key once. I'm going to hold down my left mouse button and drag to the right and let go. Now I'm going to type in 60 feet, 60 apostrophe, enter. Where did it go? Well, zoom out. It's right there. So there is the width of my yard. Okay. To give you more of a visual, let's do this. Let's click the rectangle tool. Let's click on the outside of this post. And you want to pan. So that's shift and mouse wheel down. And go to the right and click on the outside of this post. Boom. Okay. And now we want to go that direction. Make sure you stay on the post right here. And once it's a ways away, click. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So at this point, I don't care how long it is this direction. We only know we have a fence that we need to build that's 60 feet wide. So let's double check that dimension line. So we're going to click on the outside of the post to the outside of the post and pull it. Ooh, 6 feet 4, 60 feet 4. So wait a minute. What'd I do wrong? We don't own that property. So you do not want to make that mistake. That'll cost you money. You have to get a lawyer. Because you've just built into the neighbor's yard. So what we need to do is, it did make a copy 60 feet away, but it put it, it went 60 feet on the left side of the post, and then it went 4 inches too far. So that's kind of a bummer. So what we need to do is fix that. This post needs to come back 4 inches for us to be legal. So what I want to do is I'm going to draw a line. I don't know if this is the smartest. No, it's not the smartest way to do it. There's always a better way. I'm going to use the move tool. I'm going to click on this line. And I'm going to move. I'm just going to click and move it to the other side. Now I can't really see, so I'm going to rotate my view. I'm going to move this line so it's lined up here. Cool. Okay, that is actually the property I own. And this post is on the neighbor's lot. That's not good. So we're going to click it. It's a group still. And then I'm going to move it. And what I want to do is, watch how I do this. This outside bottom corner, I'm going to click and drag it over until it's lined up. And it snaps in place right there. And it says endpoint. Whew, I just saved a big legal disaster. I actually didn't plan this. I forgot that it does it that way. So now we're good. Okay, so now we're 60 feet also. Fantastic. So it's 60 feet from the outside to the outside of the post. And let's go ahead and go to, if you still have your paint stuff open, go find landscaping and choose grass. There's 2 different colors. Just, I guess you could make it gravel if you really, I don't know. That's ugly. Or rocks. Ugh. No, grass. Grass is good. So I'm going to paint it green. So go ahead and paint yours grass. Let's plant grass. This is your lot. Okay. Let's do grass. Keep the grass. If you zoom in, it looks sort of like grass. It's probably a photograph of grass. All right, we have 2 posts. Okay, that's good. That's good. So now we could put posts every 8 feet to make the fence line. And so now we would do that process of select it. Okay. We want to use the move tool. Click the control key. Click drag. Make sure it's red. Let go. Type in 8 feet. Enter. Awesome. Now do it again. Click control. Click drag. Make sure it's red. Let go. 8 feet. Enter. It doesn't take that long once you get the kind of the rhythm going. So click control. Click drag. Make sure it's red on the red axis. Let go. 8 feet. Enter. So continue doing this. And you might, what I'm trying to show you when I get there, 8 feet, enter, is I may not end up an evenly spaced at the end. So click control, click drag, make sure it's red, let go, 8 feet, enter. And yes, there's a faster way than this, but we're going to stick with this method because we don't have like 1,000 feet. We just have 60. It's not that many posts. 8 feet, enter. And then here's what I'm talking about. You cannot leave a gap that big, so we're going to do another one. Click control, click drag, let go. Make sure it was red, let go. 8 feet, enter. There we go. So we end up with this little section in the end. And by the way, that's real. That's a real issue. It's not a big issue, but that's what happens. It's more important that you have these 8-foot sections. And you might end up with this little 3-foot section at the end. That's fine. It's fine. But you don't want to end up with a 10-foot section. So, because we're going to buy some 8-foot 2x4s to go between these posts. Okay. So that is basically where we want to be at this point. Posts are in. They're all painted. And you've got your land. And next time around, we're going to put in the 2x4s and the brackets in the 2x4s, and then we're going to put the fence pickets in, and we'll have a finished fence line, which is really cool. I can't wait to see how you do with this. So I'll catch you next time. But for now, Mr. Johns is out.